Welcome to the Superstar Communicator podcast. My name is Susan Heaton-Wright, a leading impact speaking and communications expert. My aim is to show you how to make an impact so you will be heard, listened to and respected for career success. Listen weekly to the podcast and go to our website superstarcommunicator.com. Hi there everybody, this is Susan Heaton-Wright from Superstar Communicator. I hope you're keeping well. If you regularly follow the Superstar Communicator podcasts, you will know that I am very proactive in sharing a lot of content with you. If you are interested in the monthly live masterclasses that we have, which are Lunch and Learn in the United Kingdom, all you need to do is to contact us and register at superstarcommunicator.com/webinar-interest, and I will make sure that I put that in the notes. But also, at the moment, we are talking a lot about hybrid working, people returning to the office, maybe socially distancing, or some people being at home or working remotely whilst others are in the office. And there are lots and lots of considerations there. If you would like the checklist on hybrid leadership and things to think about if you are leading or managing a team or you're a business owner, don't forget to grab your copy at superstarcommunicator.com/hybrid. And again, I'll put the details in the notes for this. So today I want to talk about self-leadership in hybrid environments. In the last masterclass that I did, I really talked about leaders and managers, what you need to do and the conversations that you need to have with your team or your employees to make them feel comfortable. Because when we feel comfortable, when we feel safe, we work far better. The cortisol isn't pumping around our bodies, making us anxious. If we're more relaxed, we are going to perform far better. And I want this for you. I want this for your employees. I want it for everybody, that we work more efficiently. But part of this is about us taking responsibility as individuals and experiencing and exhibiting self-leadership. What can we do to make others feel safe? But what can we do to feel safe ourselves and make other people safe? Now, only at the weekend, I saw images of an acquaintance of mine celebrating her divorce. And the photographs were with her in a train with masks round her chin, and her friends had masks round their chins. Now, certainly in the United Kingdom, one of the things that we're meant to do when we're on public transport is wear masks. When I saw those images, it immediately made me feel really quite anxious, because if I'd been in that carriage, there was a possibility that I could have caught COVID from her, or she might have caught COVID from somebody else because of the lack of social distancing and adhering to the current thoughts about COVID. Now, if I use an example as a contrast, I'm in an orchestra, an amateur orchestra. If we meet up, the instrumentalists, the wind instruments have to put something on the end of their instrument to try and stop the any virus in the air going elsewhere, that somebody could catch the virus. and the string players, myself included, have to wear a mask the whole time. And what's more, we have to be 2 meters from anybody else, and the windows and the doors have to be open the entire time in order to circulate the air to make it safe. And what's more, there are only 30-minute sessions before everybody has to leave this space. It has to be aerated again before there can be the second half of rehearsal. That is all the compliance that has been recommended for instrumentalists. Yet we've got people that are going on trains in closed spaces, all close together, not wearing masks, which is worrying. And even on Friday, there were pictures of hundreds of Scottish fans in London, obviously enjoying the night, celebrating, but there was no social distance there, which is worrying. It makes me feel anxious. Why am I saying this? Because actually the actions of us all could cause other people to be in danger. And certainly with returning to the office, we have to take a personal responsibility for adhering to particular rules in order that other people feel safe. So thinking about a few things, inside it might be that we share things in the kitchen, making coffee or something like that. It might be that you see somebody else's coffee mug and think, oh, I can't remember where mine is, or I can't be bothered to go and get mine, and grab somebody else's. Well, actually, we need to take personal responsibility for that, and just use our own equipment. Likewise, other utensils, borrowing pens, using uncleaned keyboards, and that can make us feel anxious, can't it? If we think, oh my goodness, this has been out, I don't know who's been on it before, and then people get paranoid cleaning the keyboard all the time. We've got to make sure that we only use our own things there. But also getting too close, particularly if you're not wearing a mask. And I do appreciate that for 2 reasons, wearing masks can be a bit of a challenge. Very occasionally there are people that feel anxious wearing a mask, and I do appreciate that. Also, for people who are hard of hearing, it can be very, very difficult for them to lip read with other people. And it might be worthwhile, if you are hard of hearing, if you could ask the manager if everybody could have a clear mask so that lips can be seen, so you can lip read. But if you are bending over other people, getting too close, breathing over them, particularly if you've not got a mask on, it could make other people feel anxious. Also, some people are hugging, and you know, that's wonderful because we have been separate for so long. It might be that the other person feels uncomfortable having physical touching other people. Even if you've had two jabs already, we've got to be aware that what our norms are might not be acceptable to other people. So individually, you might want to make it clear to everybody else, I do not want people going too close to me. Or, much as I love you, I don't want to have any hugs. Perhaps it is that as employees, you ask if it's possible that there is a survey, or for everybody to perhaps wear a wristband or something like that, that just can indicate the type of physical presence that you want. I know that some organisations are doing this, that there are red, yellow, blue wristbands that they wear, that so that people can easily identify whether individuals are happy for you to go up close whether you need to stand your distance, whether you can hug, in fact, because some people will want to do that. Also, there are communal things that we as individuals should also take responsibility for. For example, in reception, there is going to be gel there, and if it's near to running out, if it has run out, rather than moaning about it, find out who you need to alert so that they can go and get some more. Likewise, the lavatories and the bathrooms, if things like that run out, instead of moaning about it, or if you catch COVID, deciding that you're going to sue the company, which I think is pretty low and I don't recommend it, see who you can go and tell so that there can be a replacement there. Now, if you are a leader, what you could do is make sure that these things are very clear. Perhaps you could work out a way that there is a system where other people know how much physical presence and how close to people individuals want to be. And in the end, you must create that environment where everybody's opinions and their thoughts on this are respected, because we're all individuals. We're going to have our own map of the world. What might be comfortable for us might not be comfortable for other people. We might not know that an individual, for whatever reason, is unable to have jabs because of their immune system, or they might be shielding people in the home who are unable to have jabs, or who are vulnerable to disease. And we must respect the fact that they are wanting to put their own things in place to make sure that everything's safe. But I'm a firm believer in having two-way conversations and opening up the opportunity to be able to discuss this with others, and without other people feeling that they can laugh at you. So a few things here for you to think about. Really, that we need to take responsibility for our own actions, and to respect the fact that other people might not want you to be close to them, and for them to have the right to voice this opinion. So remember, you can get your checklist, your hybrid working checklist, from superstarcommunicator.com/hybrid, and there are some great questions there for you to ask as a leader. But remember also, we are individual leaders and we need to take responsibility ourselves. So until next time, this is Susan from Superstar Communicator. Thanks for listening. You have been listening to the Superstar Communicator podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and review the podcast on iTunes and on apps. Please contact us if you want to discuss any topic, could suggest a topic for us to include, or a guest who could come onto the podcast. Go to superstarcommunicator.com.